All right. Let's start getting into this. So, Bitcoin, we are still technically bearish, or bullish. I'm sorry, bullish, not bearish. But we are still below the 200 daily moving average. We also are finding a lot of resistance sitting right at the 50 simple moving average. However, we do have a buy signal right now on the daily. It's just sitting there, shiny, pretty, but also we have a high stochastic. So there's a lot of conflicting things in here, wondering if it's going to play out to the upside or the downside. Let's go ahead and jump into our lower time frames. Let's see what we could expect in the next day or two. So right now we do have everything in the bullish control zone, and it looks like we're starting to lose some steam here. There's a lot of talks of the R word out there in the markets. So with that, you usually have Wall Street trying to sell everything and hang on to dollars for reasons unknown. But hey, it is what it is. Either way, we are getting a sell signal on our Cypher B indicator. We could be running into a little bit of downward pressure overnight. Could be seeing that. We did have this uptrend that we broke down from and we bearishly backtested. Now it looks like we're starting to sell off. If we bring in our buy and sell signal, it is giving us a sell point right now. And it also happens to be a lower high from previous high. So we could roll over and get a nice little 50% retrace. It's nothing that serious. We're still looking for that higher low. So in the worst case scenario right now, because I am still leaning bullish, I'm thinking worst case scenario, maybe we come all the way down to 75,977, something like that, where an 886 retracement and a higher low could be in order, but that would be about a 10% drop from where we're currently sitting. I know nobody wants to hear that, but the fact of the matter is we have daily bullish divergence and no higher low to speak of. It's still on the daily lower lows. I don't know why some people get mad about that, because it's just the chart. It is just the chart. If I get rid of all of this, you can see it plain as day. Let's even hide the buy sell indicator here. You have a low, a lower low, a third lower low. Let's get a higher low, and then let's start getting really bullish. Start getting crazy to the bullish side. As of right now, I could see a little bit of a pullback coming, and I don't think it would be weird. I really don't think it would be weird, but a higher low would be expected. Could be up to 10% pullback. And a lot of altcoins would get devastated in the process. Is what it is, but oh well. Oh well. And then also we can start deciphering if it gets worse. What could happen? So if it gets worse, you could have this because you still have a lower high. So with the lower high, you could see 70,864. Or even as low as $66,061. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just reading the chart. Don't get mad at me. Anyways, in the extreme short term, I already know there's going to be some scalp traders out there looking for this move right here, which this is an extremely likely move because you broke your uptrend and you put in a lower high. Therefore, you have a downtrend to work with, which looks like this right there. So as long as you can stay and keep your stop loss above this wick high, and we stay below it, you could find yourself coming back down to 81,124. Maybe that's a little bit easier of a pill to swallow for most people, but I know the altcoins are not going to enjoy that. But that could be a 3.86% move to the downside. It's really not a big deal. Really not a big deal. Just normal consolidation. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out the liquidation heat map. Then I will go over the list of crypto we are going to be covering, and then I'm going to try and skedaddle on out of here before we get way too many requests, because, you know, it's a choppy market right now, and I'm expecting a pullback. A lot of people are going to be mad about that. Is what it is. Also, I'm live at an earlier time, so hey, everybody watching in the future, thanks for viewing. Hopefully you enjoy. Liquidation heat map, we got some liquidity pretty close to the downside. We already got a bunch of longs wrecked. We took out some shorts too. A beautiful little whipsaw today. But yeah, we'll see what happens on that. Let's check the weekly. Going on the weekly, it looks like there's way more liquidity to the downside. If we get sharp movements to the downside, this could get really nasty really fast. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully we don't get a bunch of long liquidations, because that could be awful. Oh, man. Yeah, looking at symbol, it looks like there's more liquidity to the upside. So that's cool. Still all that crazy liquidity to the downside. That's a bit of a problem. Anyways, the list of tokens we're going to be going over today. We're going to look at Ethereum, XRP, Solana, ADA, Algorand, HBAR, Ondo, because I'm currently in a trade on Ondo, Sui, and Near. And then maybe, if there's no requests, I do have some bonus charts to look at. Maybe we'll look at those as well. Because if Bitcoin does take this 3.8% move to the downside, those particular tokens are probably going to see very large swings, and you could profit greatly to the downside. So, we'll see. Or I'll just post them in the Discord. Join the Discord. It's absolutely free. Join the Discord. Anyways, next up we're going to be looking at is Ethereum. So checking out Ethereum. Ethereum's doing just fine on the uptrend. Not looking too horrible. We do not have a sell order, but still, just like Bitcoin, we have that high stochastic on the daily with very little price movement to the upside. This could be gearing up for another leg down, which that's not going to be very well accepted by the community, and it could cascade into something way worse. But if we do get that next leg down, we have support sitting down at 1,129 and 1,050. So that's kind of cool. Unlike Bitcoin, I'm still very bearish on Ethereum, because we have not only a downtrend that we have to work with, but also an acceleration to the downside that we've been getting held down by. So this one has a very strong possibility of falling down if you do not break to the upside. Currently, you have everything telling you on the daily to buy with the Cypher B indicator, low relative strength. The only thing that's bad is that stochastic RSI, and we can ignore the stochastic for a week. Like, it doesn't really matter that much. Checking out your 4-hour time frame, you do have bearish divergence, which is a shame, and you have a sell signal right now, and a deep red sell signal at that. So I do believe the Cypher B is saying Ethereum is about to sell, which is unfortunate, because we do have measured moves for this. Since you did get a lower high, we would be looking at it coming down. Looks like it would go straight down to $1,099 on the next leg down, if that happens. So here's your bearish case scenario for Ethereum if it does break down. 32% drop. That would be awful for the long-term Ethereum holder. Eric Trump, RIP. Anyways, that's what we're seeing out of Ethereum. Let's move on. We got XRP. I'm actually interested to see what this thing did. Ooh, maintaining this more recent downtrend. Tried to break out and failed. Getting that sell order right now. But you reset your stochastic so fast on the 4-hour, it makes you think it wants to go to the upside. It really makes you think it wants to go to the upside, but let's check out your daily real quick and see why it doesn't look so fantastic here. So looking at it on the daily, yes, you had a buy signal right here. That was great for this move. However, we are getting held down. Once again, that stupid high stochastic. Don't really like that. What we're looking for out of XRP, if Bitcoin pulls back, XRP is going to pull back pretty harshly. The measured move down is $1.08. That would finally break some supports, but XRP right now, you are still holding above the 200 simple moving average. You are fighting against the 50 simple moving average. I do think if you get a break to the upside, finding a lot of resistance at $2.47 makes sense to me. What's up, Bo Money? How you doing? It makes a lot of sense to me. So you might see a nice little rally up coming all the way up to that 100, a 16% move. This will bring in a lot of longs. And that's kind of the worry when it comes to XRP, is because you get this break to the upside, kind of like back here, brought in a lot of longs, and then they all got liquidated. So if you are heavy into XRP, be careful for these fake outs. I am still very worried about XRP. Well, not really worried. I still think it's going to 58 cents, but That's just me. I'm sticking to it. I'm staying steady, holding strong. Could very well go down to 58 cents. It never backtested it. Most people hate to hear that. But anyways, moving on, we got Solana. Sol. Checking out Solana here. Solana's trying its best to be good, but you have found major resistance at 135. Coming down for a bullish backtest makes the most sense. I wish the traders would just rip off the band-aid and do it. TA on 1 inch. We will check out 1 inch for you. I got you. Wish they would just rip off the band-aid and do it. Right now you have your double cross on the daily. It makes sense for it to go up. You got a falling wedge pattern you broke bullishly out of, which is great. But the amount of resistance you're finding, 4 days in a row you've been held down at 135, makes me think you're going to have to get that higher low. Honestly, just the higher low. That's all I'm looking for. A higher low will go a long way. The fact that we haven't gotten one yet is the biggest problem. You have bullish divergence, triple bullish divergence, and no higher low. Waiting for that higher low. Porky, doing earlier streams? Say what? Yeah, I'm getting on early because I also want to get off early. I got to do some more conditioning tonight, so I have to get intimate with my treadmill, and I'm not excited about it. But here we are. Anyways, right now, looking at Solana on the 1 hour, we do have bearish divergence, triple bearish divergence. Strength is falling off a cliff. So I would expect a pullback sometime in the very near future. And I'm not looking for too much at the worst case scenario. That 886 retracement could be a good opportunity to jump in. So maybe, just maybe, we come back down to 99.99. And that's like my worst case scenario right now. If we break it, well, now we have a different discussion. But as of right now, getting a higher low would be greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Until we get that higher low, always got to be cautious. Just got to keep looking over your shoulder. Like, are they coming for me? Are they coming? Anyways, this is what I'm seeing out of Solana. Worst case scenario, 22% downside. Best case scenario, we only get like a 13% drop. That would be nice. Give us that 13% and then rally on, because your upside potential right now is $220. Coming back up to that golden retrace. All right, moving right along. What kind of conditioning are you going to do on the treadmill? I'm currently at the gym right now myself. I'm going to be doing mainly uphill walking and jogging intervals tonight. Earlier today I did a 3-mile jog, and yeah, this one's going to be intervals. It's going to be 30 seconds running, 2 minutes walking. I don't really want to push myself that hard, but it's going to be for about an hour and a half, so it's going to really suck. It's going to really suck. But hey, these are the sacrifices we do to look good in the summer. The incline I'm going to be on is going to be a 3. Only a 3 on the incline. When I get in really good shape, I'll be at a 7 on the incline, but that's like 4 months out. Number 5 on the like. Enjoying the content. Smash the like. Support the channel. Subscribing and sharing content. No shilling here. Only alpha. Trading intuition. I greatly appreciate the kind words. Thank you so much. HIIT training. So me, Damien, it's a little different because it's so long. It's just general conditioning at that point. HIIT is only 30 to 45 minutes. It's really meant for you to get in, get out, get the job done. This one's more for like, I do plan on getting back on the rugby pitch next season, and I need to be ready to put in a minimum of 40 minutes. So you train for double that, and you hope that you're in good enough shape to be able to compete with everybody. So it's more athletic style training. Less just for looks. And I hate every second of it. I'm not even gonna lie. I hate every second of it. It's one of those things where it's like, gosh, I should have just hung it up. Should have quit. Never again. Alright, we're checking out ADA next. So ADA right here. It's putting in that lower high. It's putting in that hidden bearish divergence that I hate to see. And you do have a very sharp uptrend. You did break out of the downtrend, which is nice. So I mean, there's nice things to say. If we can hold above 57.78, that would be fantastic. If we don't, we do have a measured move to the downside at 39.33. Let's hope we stay bullish. You are currently getting a sell signal on the 1 hour, which I don't know if I trust it. Let's see what the other indicator says. I noticed that there are some, like the indicators, they don't really know what to do here. So right now, Cypher B is giving us a red dot, whereas your buy sell signal up here is giving you a buy. So they are conflicting because we're chopping sideways, I'm guessing, but the conflict is a problem. That means even the indicators are confused. I don't know which one to go off of. Anyways, going up to our 4 hour. 4 hour time frame. Stochastic is fully reset, but it does look like we have that sell signal on the Cypher B. So yeah, this is the fun part of these indicators. They are getting thrown into a tizzy right now. All I can pay attention to is the fact that you did have a downtrend, and after you broke out of the downtrend, it looks like you made a 618 golden retrace. So it looks like it came very close to that golden retrace. This is an area in which you could start rolling over. And that is where I'm getting these measured moves from to the downside, where it's like, oh, okay, so downtrend not over. We can literally just readjust the downtrend so it actually fits with this downtrend here. And we now have a new downtrend to make all of our trades off of. Could find ourselves at 35 cents. So let's hope things get really bullish and we don't have that little pullback out of Bitcoin. Let's hope Bitcoin just starts running to the upside, because your upside potential on this thing, 79 cents is the start. If you break that 79 cents, you're likely going to $1.03. That would be nice. That would be very nice. But man, sideways choppy action gets everything going all wonky. And then you have this death cross here. This is where it's so confusing. If you trade death crosses, you're like, okay, we're going down for sure. But now, all of a sudden, death crosses don't mean we're going down? I don't know. It's kind of strange. Kind of strange. So, I'm still leaning bearish because we do have a lower high. And that means we're still in a downtrend. Therefore, bearish until breakout. We need a higher high. We really need a higher high. If we can break above this level at 77.84, now we can get really bullish on ADA. But until that happens, well, we're just kind of sitting on our hands waiting. Just waiting. Alright, moving on. Algorand. Algorand. So Algorand's doing something good. The recent downtrend here we are broken out of. I can stop being so hyper bearish on it. But of course, where there's, we can stop being bearish, there's always an opportunity to find something wrong. And that is this. From your high to low. And now we're finding resistance at that 20 cent level. It happens to line up right with your 786. And we are finding a ton of resistance at that 618 retracement. That's the annoyance. This is where it's like, you have a decision to be made. Are you going to go left or right? What are we doing? So the opportunity of downside is there. And if we do go down, it's going to go down pretty bad. You're looking at 10 cents for Algorand. Your daily is printing everything saying go up, but your stochastic RSI is saying, nah, we're going to go down. So that's always fun. Checking out the 4 hour. 4 hours giving you a red dot telling you, hey, it's time to sell. Sell pressure coming in. You're also losing strength on the relative strength while putting in a higher high. That's not great. And you also have these long wicks. So buyers are trying to push it up, but Wall Street is not having it. They are not having it. Currently, I would utilize this as your uptrend. If you break this uptrend, that's where I would get a bit more worried to the downside. And downside potential here really does suck. Really does suck. Bull run in May. Altcoin Academy? I mean, possibly. I don't know. Like, right now, everything is it's trying to reverse the trend, but we still have a bunch of sellers. Which also, I'm wondering where these people are getting the sell pressure. Because they've been selling off for 4 months. Like, 4 whole months. Where do you have the tokens? Where have you been hiding them? I would love to know. But yeah, bearish case scenario, if we do start falling, I would love to say this wouldn't happen. But there's a argument for 46% downside. Sell in May, go away, or sell in June and stay tuned. I haven't heard that sell in June and stay tuned thing. That's new. That's new to me. I know that sell in May, go away thing. That's a normal thing, but I feel like they have no powder to sell. Like how are they gonna do it? Who knows? Who knows? All I know right now is my short on Ondo is not doing well. Currently down 20% on the trade. It magically started getting bids again. Son of a bitch. Came up with it. I like it. I like it. Should make a t-shirt. Put it on a coffee mug. I'm sure that one would sell. So it looks like Bitcoin's catching the bids, which is nice. That means we can stop talking about all this bearish stuff. That's nice. That's nice. I mean, we can't deny the bearish divergence, though. On the 4 hour. We can't deny it. But we can look at this just like this. If we do get a pullback, I'd be looking for, hopefully, we stop at like 17.5. That'd be great. Get a little stoppage right there. Then we rally up to 23, 25. That would be great. That'd be great. But, of course, I'm still calling for a little bit of a pullback because it just makes sense. To constantly just keep going up, that means our measured move would be way smaller. Way smaller. It would be like this, just going up to 21.54. A joke. Maybe they're selling what's left in their crypto to pay for groceries. They might be, actually. Oh yeah, then I guess Canada came out with a spot Solana ETF. Yeah, the inflows, I guess, were like non-existent because Solana didn't do great. Didn't do great at all. All right, we're going to move on from Algorand. Let's go on to HBAR. So HBAR, Hedera hash graph. I mean, it's cool we're resetting our stochastic at resistance. That's nice. I'm hoping that it like turns into some upside because this could get really explosive to the upside. So if we can stay above 15.58, we could very well see 20-cent HBAR again. Love HBAR. I love HBAR too. HBAR is cool with me. Like, me and HBAR, we're homies. But, you know, you get this crazy red dot right here on Cypher B. I've noticed I need to pay attention to these red dots that are over the top because they usually turn into really bad things. Like right here was the last time you got this red dot, and that was a bit of downside. And you're printing another bright red dot on the 4 hour, which could lead to more downside. And you're also printing another red dot here, telling you it's time to sell. I just don't know if I could trust it. Actually, let's go to the other indicator. Let's see what it's saying. Motherfucker's telling us to sell too. This thing's telling us to sell also. So on your 4 hour, we're getting sell signals. That's unfortunate. Because I bet if we go to our 1 hour, it's going to say buy. I bet it's going to say buy. Look at that. It says buy. The contradiction. You got a green dot, then a red dot. Can they just figure it out? What's up, HQZ? How you doing? So anytime anybody wants to give me crap for being indecisive in these charts, the indicators are indecisive. It's not my fault. But if we look at the daily here, the daily has massive bullish divergence. We're waiting for a higher low. That is all we're waiting on. Give me a higher low. If we can get that higher low in a timely manner, that would be nice. Because then we'd have a brand new uptrend to be like, all right, we're going to the moon, baby. Price target 29,611. Let's go. But we're just waiting. Just out here waiting, chilling, getting bored. I mean, today turned into a choppy day. It turned into a really choppy day. Red candles in the morning. Traders take warning. Green candles at night. Traders delight. That's a pretty good one, HQZ. I like that. All right, let's check out Ondo, my trade, and let's see how I'm getting wrecked. So Ondo, I was trading the 1 hour. And you guys are going to see my thought process on this because it's a very simple thought process. We have a nice breakout. We have bearish divergence. We put in a lower high. We broke an uptrend. Likely to see a 10% drop. Ondo doesn't want to drop. It just doesn't want to. So who knows? Maybe it's going to go up, stop me out, and run into the ether and make your way all the way up to $1.08. I have this feeling it should pull back after everything I just said. You had your bearish divergence starting right here. You put in the second high, like double top action here, double top right there, and then the lower high. Why we're still catching bids when they're trying to sell this thing off? You got me. I don't know. But I'm still in the short. We're chilling in it. We're down 21%. I could be wrong, but normally that's a slam dunk. The bearish divergence, the lower high, it's everything I look for in a trade. If I get disrespected today, I'm going to have some issues. Ondo and H-bar. Eric, we literally covered it. We're on Ondo right now. H-bar was right before this. Covered it. BTC MACD flip. Green dot on the 15-minute. Are we going to be bullish tonight? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because I look at higher time frames, I don't have a clue. I would appreciate if Bitcoin pulled back a little, give us a higher low, but we'll see. AIT protocol. We'll check it out. I just like them both. Good looks, though. Yeah. AIT. We will see if we can find AIT. But yeah. Everything on the Ondo trade was pointing toward a 10% drop. But the nice thing about that coincides with a normal retracement. And then afterwards, we could find ourselves going up to $1.08. So, of course, my degenerate ass would love to get both. Go to the downside and then throw a long in, go 38% upside. I would appreciate if Bitcoin went to 150K. I mean, yeah, that would be great. I would love if Wall Street had to buy spot. I mean, maybe we just stop allowing Coinbase to sell over the counter. I mean, shit. By end of year? Nah, fuck that. You guys realize if we didn't have over-the-counter trading, Bitcoin would have been like $1 million already? Like, OTC sucks. I don't care what anyone says. OTC sucks. And everybody wants to make these excuses. Oh, well, the big boys need to be able to accumulate in order for... Fuck that. Make them buy spot. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You're allowing them to manipulate markets. That's all you're doing. Coinbase CEO is sus. It's super sus. AI16Z. Gotcha, Kevin. Well, yeah, so that's Ondo. I think it's coming down, but I could get stopped out. Is what it is. Sui. So what would ETH be worth? Probably less. Honestly. Probably less. Because I think for Ethereum, they're selling OTC with staked Ethereum. So I actually think Ethereum would be worth less. Like, that's kind of the weird part. The problem is it's staking. That's the whole problem. Staking. I know the normal thought is, oh, but what about Bitcoin and its mining? Wall Street gathered up 10 times the amount that was mined last year. OTC is the problem. OTC is the problem. Yeah, when you bring in staking, unless you have more people wanting to buy in than stakers selling for their rewards, automatically you know the price is going to fall. Proof of work. What's OTC trading? Over the counter. So think if you wanted Bitcoin and I were to be like, hey, how much Bitcoin did you want to buy? And you're like, I want $100 million worth. Okay, I'll give you a 5% discount if you just buy it from me directly. Like, what? Yeah, transfer this amount of USDT into my wallet, and I'll transfer my Bitcoin to you. And there you go. Any read on ZBCN? Percent better? No, I'll check it out. I've never even heard of it, so yeah, no way I would have looked that one up. ZBCN. Covered. Got you covered. What's over the counter trading? What's the mean? I just explained it. Think of peer to peer, not open market. So anytime you buy Bitcoin, for instance, on an exchange, and you put in that spot order, you're buying on the market. You are increasing the price of Bitcoin. Anytime the whales buy Bitcoin, they are going directly to the miners, or they're going directly to Coinbase, because they have these large reserves of the crypto asset, and they're saying, hey, facilitate this trade. And they say, okay, so they just send the crypto, and they're not working with the open market. That's really all it is. Ask Gemini. Yeah, that works. If Donald Trump goes to bed early tonight and doesn't tweet, we might have a rally to higher prices for crypto this evening. That makes sense. There was a bunch of news floating around, and I just couldn't keep up with it, so I played with the kids half the day, I worked out half the day, and yeah, it's hard to follow everything now. Because with these tariffs, he's flip-flopping left and right. I'm going to tariff everything 20%. Alright, we're going to do 10%. But China's getting 125%. Okay, now there's going to be a reprieve on electronics. Then there's China. We're going to stop sending minerals to the US. And I was like, wait, what? What's going on here? It's hard to keep up with it for me. So I just decided, you know what? I'm going to pay attention to the technicals, because that will tell me everything. There's good news or bad news. Alright. That's legal. Yeah, Altcoin Academy is totally legal. Totally legal. For them to buy from each other. Yes. The problem is you can see it blatantly obvious in crypto that it creates market manipulation. Like, it breeds market manipulation. Automatically. It's like we can buy hundreds of millions of this asset without moving the price. But now we have the asset to be able to dump on the open market. Wow. Okay. Great. Good on you, Porky. Hey, man. It is what it is. Over the counter skips the exchange platform. You deal directly with the trader who owns the asset you're purchasing. Yeah, exactly, Eleni. Exactly. Yeah, it's legal. It's totally legal. I wish it wasn't. I'm dreading the idea of doing my conditioning tonight. I'm so tired. I'm really tired. Oh well, it needs to get done. Can't be fat forever. Technically, me and you can buy Bitcoin from each other without using an exchange like it was meant to be when Satoshi created it. Yeah, there are peer-to-peer places to do it, but nowadays it's so much more convenient just to go to Coinbase. So much more convenient, and it's less likely that you'll get scammed. So that's why people do it. I've had a chance to buy some OTCs early, and all of them turned out to be scams long term. Yeah. Alright, so Sui's doing something really bad. Beautiful uptrend. You had an uptrend back here. Bearish backtest, lower high. Sui doesn't look good. Sui's looking a little weak. Looking a little bit weak over here. We might see Sui make a big old poopy doopy dump. 24 viewers, 8 likes? Yikes. Yeah, it's okay. People just don't like the content. It's fine. I'll probably just stop streaming one day. Alrighty, so 4-hour time frame. See, this is the weird part. You're getting these sell dots on the 4-hour telling you to sell, but then you see a stochastic that's like dragging on the ground. It's so bad. And you have hidden bearish divergence? Oh no. Alright, so Sui, you're in trouble. If Bitcoin literally shows any sign of weakness, this thing has a long way down. $1.24 is my target. This is not great. People used to go to convention centers in New York and Las Vegas to buy and sell crypto from each other, and before there were crypto exchanges, and New York banned these conventions after a few years. Really? That's a shame. I just got here, it shows 12 likes. Don't always update. Alright. 12 likes, 26 viewers. Love it. Oh man. Yeah, I think also back in those days, during those conventions, people were also using crypto to buy drugs. So, I can see why. Like, they really were used for illicit activities at one point. A lot. Sui was pumped by BitBoy. The chart makes sense. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm thinking you should start getting a little relief rally or something. Your daily doesn't look that bad. It really doesn't. Looks like you're starting to get some bullish divergence. Triple bullish divergence. You're waiting for a higher low. If Sui can come down and just touch 190 and hold it, well, now we have a new uptrend and we can start getting super bullish on it. But that 4 hours not looking great. Not looking great. Could be better. Could be a lot better. But your daily says it's time to buy. RIP around the blockchain. Oh yeah. What's up, Nigel? How you doing today? Welcome in. Oh, that's what the dark web was for. Crypto went there for the illegal stuff. Yeah, I've never really played around in the dark web, so I don't even know what you find in there. But I've heard the stories. All right, let's check out Near. Last one I got for you guys, then we'll get into all your requests. So Near Protocol. So Near's sitting kind of fine. Like, it doesn't look bad at all. It's sitting on top of support at 188. You're broken out of your downtrend. Everything's pointing toward, hey, you probably should see 166% upside. It's just looking like a limp noodle right now. Just a little limp noodle. If you can come back down just a little bit, get that higher low, then now we have a really good argument for a lot of upside. Mitch Ray seemed very bullish today on altcoins other than Ethereum. Well, that's good. I didn't catch his stream. That's good. TRX and Pepe, please, sir. All right, we'll check out some TRX and Pepe. But noted, Mitch Ray, he's looking for the swing trades. So, yeah, of course he's bullish. A lot of these altcoins, they are beaten down. Like, they are sitting there ready to go any moment in time. We're just waiting for Bitcoin to start getting its act together. Considering I think Bitcoin has an opportunity at like a 3.8% drop, I think the alts are going to have a bit of a dip before they start running. But noted, could be wrong. Could be completely wrong. 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour doesn't look that bad for Near. It really doesn't. You did lose that uptrend, but you're holding pretty strong at this level here. Let's see if it can stay above 206. If it can stay above 206, then awesome. We have room for that third leg up, which would be great. On a third leg up on Near, maybe, just maybe, we see anywhere between 233 and 244. So maybe you get a nice 10 or 15% move to the upside. But if we come down just a little bit further, oh man, this could be really nice. If we get down here to like 198 and then we rally, oh, that could be really nice. Because then we're looking at 250 as your next leg up. So I'm kind of hoping for a little bit more of a pullback before it starts running. But those are just my hopes and dreams. You also have a sell signal up here. What the hell? So it's telling you to sell right now. Fart coin. My goodness, here we are. Checking out fart coin. We've fallen so far from grace. Alright. Alright, Toby. We'll look at some fart coin. That's what our market's reduced to. What's your big investment? Fart coin, bro. Gonna change the future landscape of crypto. Alright. Alright. Of course it says to buy right here. Of course. While we're also printing a red dot. Confusing. Confusing. Alrighty. Alright, let's get into your guys' requests. TRX is next. Let's go into our daily real quick to dive on into it. TRX. Looks like TRX made that 10% move. Did you look at that? It did it. It pulled it off. It took 4 days to do it. It did it. I'm more surprised that it did that. More surprised that it did that. But you broke your downtrend, bullish backtest at 22.49. You're moving on up. Now you're waiting to see if this uptrend is going to hold. Here's your uptrend. Let's see if it holds. Your 4 hour trying to reset already, but you're getting a very strong sell signal. Gonna be a Netflix documentary in 3 years. Odds pretty high. Oh gosh, that would be terrible. That would be terrible. Like, take us seriously. We made millions off fart coin. Okay, all right, buddy. Oh man. So right now I'm looking for a little bit of a pullback, of course. You just made a measured move. Maybe you see a 4.49% pullback, get that 50% retrace, and then run up to 28 cents if we are this bullish. So something kind of like this is what I could see. Just wait for this thing to reset. See where it ends up. TRX is one of the least exciting cryptos for me. It is very unexciting. And also, I still think it's a little scammy. Justin Sun, I don't trust him whatsoever. Everything he touches turns to shit outside of TRX. Just doesn't make much sense. 1 hour time frame's giving you a buy signal. So if you believe in the 1 hour time frame's buy signal, you could jump in now. Shot. Do you also watch George? It depends. If the market's really bearish, I don't watch him at all. If the market's more bullish, I will watch him. I don't like to watch him when the market's really bearish because I feel like he's just giving out like, oh, hold till the end. I don't like hearing that. I much prefer hearing Mitch Ray in bearish times. Bearish times, Mitch Ray, way more helpful to listen to, in my opinion. Because he'll basically say, oh no, this thing is probably going to go down like 80%. So enjoy the ride. And it's like, oh great, I should look to short this thing. But George, he's more focused on the news of everything. So when times are good, follow George to get a lot of insight on altcoins. He gets a lot of insight on altcoins. It's kind of wild. That's interesting, HQZ. All right. Not exciting, but I'm in it and I'm looking for an out. Okay, LNE. All right. Well, let's just say if you do get bullish, here's your bullish case. You could see a 6.9% move to the upside. I feel like my downside looks better. Arcane Bear, one of my favorites. Never even heard of that. Yeah, I don't think George ever shorts anything. Oh, he does not. Who's George? Cryptos Are Us. Cryptos Are Us is George. No, when you're in the height of the bull run, George is great to listen to because if he catches wind of a altcoin and he talks about it, just throw money into it. It's probably going up. like it's really easy to figure that out because he has a massive audience, and I mean massive. So, never financial advice. This is watch your own entertainment advice. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, Cryptos Are Us. It's the Asian guy. Don't watch Shillcoin Daily. Oh, come on. Altcoin Daily is great. It's just, once again, it better be in a bullish market. If it's in a bearish market, probably a really bad time to watch them. We're all George, we are. Oh, I was talking about a different George. Sorry, chat. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right, Pepe. Let's check out Pepe. Pepe. What's your daily looking like? Well, Pepe does not look bad. So this is what I'm talking about most other coins. Hold on. This is what I want to see. So you can see how Pepe, you got your bullish divergence, and now you got your higher low. This is fantastic. This is what I want. This is pretty. Because also, I'm pretty sure that was about an 886, right? 886 achieved. You popped up out of there. Pepe looks amazing to me. This is beautiful. I like this. You know you're in an uptrend. George is like a perma bull. He will only tell you to hold on to Bitcoin during the bear market. Exactly. He basically just says never sell. And that's one thing I don't like. I don't like it. I mean, to be fair, I don't know any YouTuber who really says you should be selling, but you know, it's implied. Love Guru. Have I checked DOT today? Does it deserve my love? I have not. LNE, yes! We will check out some DOT for you. So yeah, this thing looks absolutely amazing. You have a brand new uptrend freshly printed on the daily. This is beautiful. I love this. So I would give it some time, but I would think your next leg up could be substantial. You could very well find yourself going all the way up to 1178. I am bullish on Pepe. Bears get less views. That's fair. That's fucking fair. Way less. It's insane. Everybody just wants to hear nice things rather than reality. It's a shame. But this did everything I like on the daily time frame. This is a well-deserved green dot. Yes, this was a good time. Let's check your 4 hour, see if we're going to get some follow-through, if we're going to pull back a little bit. Okay, your 4 hour looks terrible. Just like the rest of the market, it's looking pretty bad, looking like another little dip might be coming, but that's fine. In the longer run, you're still looking for that 60% rise. Right now, you do have a current downtrend and the heart line to fight with, but as long as you're staying in that uptrend, you're fine. You're golden. Current downtrend you need to break is right here. You did reset your stochastic on the 4 hour. You do have a sell dot sitting right there. It's bright red too. Last time you got a bright red one was back here. It wasn't that bad. So apparently Pepe can beat out Cypher B. You also have bearish divergence. So that's unfortunate. Only bullish news in my crypto safe space. Yeah, that's pretty much what people act like. I only need bullish news. Don't tell me my asset's going down. I did research. Bearish divergence. We haven't really set a lower high yet, but I would expect a pullback. Noted, the worst of the pullback, I'm thinking, won't be that bad. Maybe, just maybe, we get all the way down to the 886, putting in another higher low, but that's kind of the worst case scenario I'm seeing for Pepe right now. So maybe it's an 18% drop if the whole market pulls it back. Who let reality in again, right? So I think this is your worst case scenario to the downside, and your best case scenario is that 60% upside move for Pepe. I'm bullish on Pepe, though. I'm really bullish on Pepe. I like what Pepe did. That's gorgeous. I love it. Well, let's check in on the trade real quick. Looks like we're only down 10% now. Looks like that was a little bit of a fake out. Lower high. Dang, Ondo. Pull it together, bro. At least you're doing better than OM. So, moving on from Pepe, we have 1 inch. Checking out 1 inch. 1 inch is struggling a little bit. Let's see what it looks like on the daily. Yeah, you're struggling a little bit. As soon as you fell below this red box, it was a problem. It's kind of the biggest problem you could ever have. Damn. 1 inch is getting bullied, but you do have this beautiful golden dot saying you should be buying this thing. Why don't you just marry Pepe then? No, I'm not doing it. I had a viewer on stream today that blatantly told me to lie to him and tell him his 2-penny crypto is going to $1. People are desperate for bullish news and want to be lied to. That is wild. That's absolutely wild. I think more people should get used to shorting. No, that would be good. Should get used to shorting. I don't mind bearish sentiment as long as it's given in a entertaining way with a smile. Mitch Ray looks like he wants to jump out a window half the time. That is fair. That is fair. As soon as he sees something bad, he's like, oh my god, see this skyline out here? I'm going to paint the ground. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, man. So, yeah, 1 inch. We're waiting for a higher low. One day in the distant future of Narnia, maybe we'll get one. But, positive, you're broken out. Hey, bullish back test? We can fudge the line a little bit. Bullish back test? Let's go. If this thing does get bullish, you're going to find yourself all the way up here at like 44 cents. That's a massive move. I just don't think it's coming just yet. That bullish divergence is plain as day. Oh, man. But however, this is the problem with being a DEX on Ethereum's network. Ethereum has been very poopy lately, and it hasn't been great. So you have hidden bearish divergence. No! So here's what you have to contend with. Shit. Oh boy. That's really unfortunate. Alright. There was your uptrend. Beautiful bearish backtest. Love to see it. Love to see it. Oh. Find yourself at 1175. Give it some time. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But there's your bearish case. 30% downside. All right, 1 inch. At least we didn't expect much out of you. Dang. That's tough. Oh, that's tough. We're going to move on from 1 inch. I have nothing good to say because you still don't have a higher low. What's up, Rich? Currently have 3 viewers and 19 likes. Rich, 3 viewers would be amazing. At 19 likes, that would be an amazing ratio. Damn, 11? Yeah, 1 inch isn't looking great. It's just... It's doing everything that I would short. It's doing everything I would short. That's the unfortunate part. I really want to be bullish. I really do. You're broken out. Bullish back test. Higher low. This is looking good. So, I mean, worst case scenario, 886 retracement, you get that higher low, which would be really nice. And be looking at something like this right here. So I guess your best case scenario is 15 cents. Still a 9% drop. But you need the higher low. That's the biggest problem. Need that higher low. You constantly making lower lows. That's the issue. You've been holding from 40 cents, 2K down to 7. Whoa. That's a lot, brother. Oh, now you want to read how many viewers I wrote. Yeah, Rich. I always read it. I just don't read it out loud. Looks like a bear flag to me. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah, you right. You right. Rich has likes on speed dial. Oh, shit. How's likes doing these days? All right, moving on. We got AIT. Oh, no, we got DOT. I skipped DOT for some reason. Don't know why. All right, so looking at DOT for the Love Guru. I don't think it's worth your love. This looks like a pretty bearish backtest, in my opinion. Let's check it on the. Oh God. I mean, it's telling you to buy because you have bullish divergence, but for the past 3, working on 4 days now, $3.74 has been holding you down. After you broke support, it is now acting as resistance. I would be very, very careful on this one until you put in a higher low. I don't know, but we don't like 19 anymore. What? We don't like 19 anymore. 4-hour time frame is trying to reset for you, but man, you're just getting all these signals telling you to sell. You could fight the indicators. You could fight them. Just, we'll see how it goes. You have broken the uptrend. Everything is telling you to sell. Last time you had a red thing that said sell was up here. Which it probably started back here. And then it got pushed up. DOT looks good to buy. Damn thing can't go too low. Too lower? It sure can. Thanks for the TA, Porky. Lunch break over. Back to work. Eleni, I appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much for the requests. And hopefully I gave you some good insight. Hopefully you were well entertained. I don't know. I don't see this as looking good because all I can ever pay attention to is this right here. And it's like a burning hole in my brain because this is happening right here. Just a perfect downtrend. It looks perfect to the downside. Just burning a hole in here. Like, oh wow, we really did maintain that downtrend, didn't we? Wow, that's amazing. And then naturally, what I normally do, unless we put in a higher low, I start looking at it exactly like this, where I'm like, we're going to $2.61, baby. You broke the reset. I hope we get a higher low. I hope we get a higher low. If we can get that higher low, and we get like, oh, you even had bullish divergence. So there is a possibility you're about to get a higher low. So if we get that higher low, I don't have to think about this 27% downside anymore. I don't have to think about it anymore, and it can go away as a bad dream. So, on a positive note, if we just stop anywhere between like a 5 to a 9% drop, if we stop anywhere in there and we start reversing, hey, we bullish as shit, baby. We going up. But until that happens, lower lows, lower highs, I stay bearish, guys. I'll stay bearish. We hold down the bearishness till we start getting some higher lows. We stay bearish. Yeah, that's fair, Rich. That's fair. I 100% agree with that. And if you guys are here at the beginning of stream, I kind of called for Bitcoin going down like at least 3%. So I don't think the alts are going to do that great. But, once again, I could be wrong. Could be completely wrong. Alright, AIT. AIT protocol. Let's see what this thing's all about. Looks like it's moving up. Nice. Let's check out the weekly real quick. Let's get some levels. This thing is super low. Holy moly. Holy moly. Super low. Oh my goodness gracious. All we do is sell, sell, sell. All we do is sell. My goodness gracious. Nah, I just got here. The streamer I watch starts at random times. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I gotta do some conditioning tonight. So, I'm sorry, not sorry. Oh, this thing's like really low. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're just gonna pay attention to down here. Whoa. All-time lows. Alright, we are figuring out if we bottomed. Great. We're breaking a level of resistance. This is good. Let's check the daily. Good excuse, though. Hey, man. You have that really bright golden dot saying you should buy. And it looks like it's panning out, so that's good. Got some bullish divergence also. Not bad. Still looking for the higher low. But it's not a bad start. Not too shabby. You're about to interact with your 618. So I guess decisions will be made very shortly. You're broken out of any downtrend you had. Right? Yeah, you are broken out. That's good. Nice little breakout of the downtrend. This is nice. So now all you want to see is, are you going to go up to 23446 before you come back down, or what? Your 4-hour already got overbought. You're putting in bearish divergence. The pullback is coming. I just don't know how high it's going to go before that. What does conditioning look like? Tonight, it looks like we're going to be, or not we, but I'm going to be doing incline treadmill, basically running and walking. 30-second running, 2-minute walking for an hour and a half. It's going to suck. Not looking forward to it one bit. Yo, what's up, DZ? How's the market looking like? Kind of mixed, but it looks like we might have a small pullback. Oof, yeah, it blows. It actually like really sucks. Not a fan. But if I want to step back onto the rugby pitch and actually enjoy myself, I gotta do stuff like this. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, let's just say the bearish divergence doesn't take hold because we're already moving up. I'd be looking for this thing to go up to this 17124 level. This would be what I would want to see. But what could happen is you getting a nice backtest at your 50 simple on the 4-hour. So bearish case, you get that 50% retrace first. It's 21% downside. Wait, what? That's insane. But you could see a 21% downside before you see that nice little rally to the upside. If you get the 21% downside, then you're looking at 56% upside. We'll have to wait and see. What incline? I'm going to be doing a 3 on the incline. Only a 3. It's not much, just a little bit. But also, it's panned out a lot better for me over the years. If I'm running on a treadmill, to at minimum have a 2 incline, just because it doesn't mess with my ankles and my shins as much. I don't know if it's because it's trying to absorb my steps or anything, but running on a treadmill really messes with like my ankles and my knees. But if I put it on an incline, a very mild incline, it works wonders. Peace, everyone. Porky here. Are a few if you bored and want to pick Manaki and Aerodrome and Keyboard Cat. There are a lot here. Holy crap. Yeah, that was a lot that you're requesting right there. We'll see. Is the mic going in and out tonight? I don't think so. Is my mic going in and out? Yeah, that was a lot that you're requesting right there. We'll see. No. Not going in and out. All right. So glad I learned the art of pulling out every early on the sex career. Oh goodness gracious. Anyone look at Ondo? I want to thought on OM. People would move their money to Ondo. I'm shorting Ondo right now. DZ, I'm shorting Ondo right now. Oh, Porky, you walk backwards on the incline. It helps your knees. I have not tried that. Have not tried that one bit. Give it a go at the end. Do like a little 10-minute cooldown or something. Okay, quick timeout at least. Alright, alright. Is he requesting child support? No. No, his list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 requests at once? That's a lot. Audio was a little out of sync, but a refresh fixed it. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I might have to get a new mic one of these days. Yeah. So this one, this one's hard to read. You are above support, which is great, but you haven't put in that high or low I'd be looking for. So maybe you get a 21% retrace before a 56% jump to the upside. So yeah. If anyone bought sticks or crypto on June 9th, you are probably in profit. Sticks. What's sticks? June 9th. It's a long time ago. Better not have been an altcoin. AI 16Z. Alright, AI 16Z here. We're holding support. This is good. This is really good, actually. So you put in some bullish divergence. You popped up. You held support. This looks really good. So 4 hour looks like it's ready to rally if you can hold on to support. So I would be more bullish on this one because you do have a level of support to work with, and you pretty much got that 50% retrace. Nope, you did get it. So AIOZ does look ready to go, and you could find yourself going up 41% on the next leg up. This is great. This is actually really good. Let's check out the daily to make sure. Yeah, your daily's coming on up. You have a buy signal. This is nice. This is really nice. Beautiful. And your 1 hour is telling you to sell right now, but I don't think that really matters because you are not overbought. You're getting consecutive buy signals, so no big deal. Just trading sideways and uptrending, not too bad. Oh, Porky, you walk backwards on an incline and it helps. Whoa. What's going on here? Hold on. Nah, it's XRP Army. I bought crypto last June and I'm in the red on basically everything. Only thing I'm green on is American Cryptos, ADA HBAR, XRP, XLM. Multiple requests, donation, super chat, need to set up super chat, or pin how to donate. Just my opinion. Oh, the super chat's already set up. But thanks for that. And Trade intuition. It's already set up though. 2 requests is the limit during stream. Anything more requires a dono or membership or approval from Porky. Just for future reference, you can join Discord and request more there. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Listen to the mods. Listen to the mods. I still have like brain rot from the idea of cardio. Still have brain rot from it. Well, yeah, so AIOZ, AI16Z, this one does look like it's about ready to start moving up in a big way. So this does look good. To be fair, I think that he said that more as a suggestion. I don't know. It looked like a suggestion to me. But anyways. I can get behind this uptrend. I can get behind this uptrend. This looks really good. So as long as you stay above 1285, just stay above 1285, you could find yourself back up to 1917. A 41% gain could be coming in the near future. Are the AI tokens going to start coming back up? ZBCN. You want DGen and Super? Alright. Alright, DZ. What an interesting look here. You just ruined that long-term uptrend, didn't you? I guess it's not really that long-term. But you had nice touches here. You broke down bearish backtest, but now you're holding support. Oh, this is a hard one. The hard one. You also have bullish divergence. Even more weird. This is a tough one here. Here's your peak. Okay, so now you have hidden bearish divergence. That's a problem. That's a problem. Here's your downtrend. What I'm talking about when I say hidden bearish divergence, it's this right here. The fact that you have a swing to the upside on your relative strength with the lower prices. So that is your hidden bearish divergence. That is what gets you to start thinking very bearish thoughts. Because they are trying to trick you into thinking, no, you're going up for sure, buddy. But no, here was your upswing. You fell down. And now you could find yourself going down a lot. So this one, I'm a little bearish on. But you are holding on support. And this could be acting as a higher low. So this is where it gets weird for me. So you have a bullish and bearish case. Also, you looks like you got a 786 retracement. And you're finding a ton of support. So your bearish case, you could be coming back down to this 5818. This is your bearish case. But to be fair, you also are set up in a bullish setup. So this is weird. But your bullish case, and noted, you have to stay at 8911 and do not fall below it again. Just stay above it and you're good. But you could find yourself going up 30%. A new uptrend is formed right here. You already wicked below it once, but you seem to be holding it right now. So this is the bullish side of things. This is the bearish side of things. Kind of a 50-50 here. Got a shower, and unfortunately my phone isn't waterproof. That's okay. Trump said Nvidia building and investing here. Now Jensen gonna be the homie now. Oh, nice. Enter stream, Porky. At the end, can you do a recap on BTC and most promising coin for the night? Gonna go get some food. I will do my best to do that. But most promising, kind of hard. Mixed market, but I'll do my best. I will do the recap on BTC though. All right. So that is that. Let's check out Fartcoin. Fartcoin. I think I was bullish on this the other day, right? I was bullish, then I was bearish. The bearish side did not pan out. The bullish side did. The bullish side played out. This is what it's doing is very nice because you're respecting your levels. You're popping up, you're bullishly backtesting, you're resetting your stochastic, and then you're rallying again. Problem I'm seeing here is now it looks like you're starting to lose some steam, and you might go through a little bit of a retracement after a beautiful rally. Check out your daily real quick. Are you running into anything? Nah, not really. Not really. But considering how high you got, it makes you think you're using the actual highs for your retracement. So ideally, you would probably see this thing continue going up. Maybe you get up as high as 90% to the upside, back to $1.76. That's if you do get that golden retrace. From this previous movement, right here, where you did hold your support, you popped up, you've now made a measured move. And you're finding a lot of resistance on that measured move. So now you're just waiting to see what happens. It's already made 2 legs up. You should expect a 3rd leg up, but you could retrace a little bit before that. You could come as low as a 50% retrace, which would be down here at 67097. It's a possibility, but the next leg up, you'd be looking for 138.6. So here's your possible upside target. And then you could start putting in some bearish divergence on the daily, and that would be a very good sign to get on out of the fart coin position. It would be all gassed out. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking fart coin could do. As long as you stay above 63.28, you should be okay. Alrighty. DGen here. Well, I mean, everything's telling you to buy DGen at these levels. You're waiting for that higher low. That's really it. That's really it. Oh, you got your 50% and then some, so maybe you're using the actual lows. You're sitting on a 50% retrace. DGen has the opportunity not only hitting your overhead resistance, but also getting up to this 1355. Looks like you're respecting this as an uptrend now. Making a run to 85K is here. Very nice, very nice. It's getting bullish. I love it. Maybe, just maybe, I should start flipping over to longs. I know my Ondo trade is toast already. That's the irritant. Bearish divergence, lower high, and it's like, nah, we're going to rally off that. Like, really? Okay. All right, bullish market. All right. Wasn't looking for much downside, just like 10%. No big deal. Jeez. So yeah, DGen right now has the possibility at seeing a 38% move to the upside. This is good. It's really good. All right, super. Surprisingly, I think DGen might be one of the most promising ones of the night. That's kind of shocking to say. Super. Downside did not happen. We broke out. We just trended straight up and kept going. Good for super. Oh, that's why I didn't like super. You cleared your low from down here, double bottomed, and then took off. Super was mean. Super was the mean girl at the party. This type of price action I dislike. You have this downtrend here that is still acting as a resistance, so you do need to break above that. Super, one of those hard ones to read for me. One of those hard ones to read. Let's check the daily real fast. Daily has bullish divergence. Oh, it's subtle, but it's there. So you're still waiting for that higher low situation. Still waiting for the higher low. So I guess super, we're looking to see if you hold the 618 retracement or the bullish 5-0. We'll see, but I would be looking for anywhere between 11-15% downside before I would feel comfortable going long. However, if you do get that, And noted, you still have lower highs, so you still should be bearish. But if you happen to get that higher low, you could find yourself at 7649. Yeah, surprisingly, I think DGen is like the most promising play of the night. That's crazy. It's actually crazy. Of course, I'm going to wake up tomorrow. It's going to be down like 20%. I'll be like, well, so much for that idea. Told you the market was hard to read. We still have a sell signal on Cypher B for super. But if you look at the stochastic, stochastic's basically saying, nah, we're going up, buddy. Going up. Buy signal on the 1 hour. Oversold buy signal on the 1 hour. This is good. This is actually a really good indicate. So if you do get bullish right here, this would be your target. Going up to 6934. So if that buy signal is real, you could find yourself up 25%. Oh, would you look at that? You even have a buy point right here. Would you look at that? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Alrighty. Well, that's what I got for you guys today. This was a solid stream, guys. We went for an hour and 22 minutes. Not bad. Not bad. I'm going to go waste my life away on the treadmill now. I do appreciate each and every one of you for coming in here, hanging out with me a little bit, doing some TA. Hopefully things do get bullish. But if we get a mild pullback, I'm not too worried about it. Looking at Bitcoin once again, it does look like there's an opportunity at a little bit of downside. Maybe we get that 3.86% move. But then again, we can still pop straight up to 96K. I mean, literally straight up there. We are broken out. We have bullishly backtested. We can go straight up to 96K. Would not be strange in the least. The only problems I see on the chart here is this. The fact that you have a high and then lower high, lower high. That is a problem in my opinion, and that could pose some issues in the short term. Long term, still bullish, baby. Still bullish. We just need some higher low action to take place. Once we get those higher lows, oh man. Hyper bullish, baby. Yeah, between DGen and Pepe, I think those are the two to keep your eyes on tonight. They might do extremely well. Like extremely well. No problem, JB. Trade Intuition, I appreciate you coming in, man. Appreciate you. Love Guru, running it out. Yeah, no, I'm not looking forward to it. Honestly, I hate conditioning so much. It's so good for you, but it's so great. No bearish div though. I mean, sure. That's why I'm calling for a mild pullback. Remember, you can still get 50% retraces with no bearish div. You don't need bearish div to retrace. The bearish div is usually the sign of a trend reversal. We're not thinking the trend is going to reverse. We think we're just going to have a small correction before a large rally. Mildly lower high. We do have bearish div and a lower high. Yeah, we do on the 1 hour. 1 hour technically has it. Oh, it is marked out here on Market Cypher B. You can see it right here, the bearish div. See that bright red line? That's the bearish divergence. So it's there, but you also have bullish divergence to counter it. So it's a weird little thing going on. Weird. You had a bunny nest in your garden? Wow. And you ruined their home? Damn, what a monster. Gosh, Rit. I'm just kidding. You gotta chase them down, gather them up, and put them back in their safe? Oh, no. I don't... Hopefully they're not like birds. It's duck season, not rabbit season. Who knows the reference? If you do, you're old like me. Oh boy. If not, you're young. It's pretty funny. Yeah, at the base of a rose bush. Yeah, hopefully they don't act like birds, because if you touch baby birds, the parents abandon the babies. So as long as the parents don't abandon those babies, hey, it's fine. Otherwise, you gotta go over there and take care of them bunnies. You had gloves on? Alright, alright. Just making sure. Making sure. Always gotta be mindful when touching wildlife. I saw a rattlesnake today on my trail run. That was fun. As soon as I saw it, I was like, wow, it's a pretty decent sized one, but it was just crossing the trail. I was like, oh, okay, cool. The rattlers are out in mass. So, that's always a joy. Alright guys, I'm going to get on out of here. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe to the channel. Also join the Discord. It's absolutely free. As I find more clear-cut trade setups, I do post them whenever I find them, and it's all for free. Just join in. If you are a member, you get to be a part of the members only chat, where I do post my stop losses, my profit taking levels, or if I get out, or if I'm stopped out of all my trades. So you get to have the opportunity to either just watch me being a bonehead, or possibly making that $5 back. Possibly. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Keep those stop losses tight. Be ready for tomorrow. Deuces, everybody. Deuces.